So we are less than 1 week away from the public release of iOS 13, which is bringing a lot of cool new stuff to HomeKit. And today I want to talk about the 5 things that I am most excited about. Let's do it. Yo, what's up guys? Thanks for checking out another video. For those new here, my name is Shane, and on this channel I'm building an affordable smart home using HomeKit. So if that's something you're into, consider subscribing. Check the bell icon so you get notified when I post a new HomeKit video every week. Okay, so recently we got to watch the September Apple event, and where they announced the new iPhones, new Apple Watches, and things like that. Unfortunately, there was no news of any new HomeKit stuff in that whole keynote. I was really hoping we could see like a HomePod mini or a cheaper HomePod. Hopefully one day we'll get something like that. But with that said, back in June in WWDC, we got some news of a lot of new HomeKit features that we're gonna get with the release of iOS 13, and that is less than 1 week away. So I'm super excited about that, and today I wanna share the 5 things that I am most excited about with iOS 13 and HomeKit. Okay, so the first thing that I'm excited about is the new security features, specifically being router support and secure video for HomeKit cameras. So with HomeKit router support, you'll be able to monitor your home accessories and kind of see what those accessories are communicating with. And you'll also be able to prevent individual accessories from being able to communicate and reach kind of your entire network, which is a really good security feature. Some of the first to add this HomeKit support is going to be Linksys, Spectrum Charter, and Eero. They're going to roll out updates via firmware. I'm using the Orbi, the Netgear Orbi mesh Wi-Fi system, so I'm really hoping they're going to add this HomeKit support via firmware update one day in the future. We will see about that. And the other thing mentioned is the secure video. This is just a really great feature. Now you won't have to rely on those third-party camera manufacturers and their cloud storage and stuff like that. Now you'll be able to securely store video footage in the iCloud. The way this is going to work is that HomeKit will automatically encrypt your video files before sending it to Apple servers, so everything will be encrypted starting locally on up, and this is included in the iCloud storage that you probably already have. So basically you'll have 10 days of storage with the iCloud plans that you already probably have, starting at the 200 gigabyte and the 2 terabyte plans. For the 200 gigabyte plan, you'll have 10-day storage for one camera, and the 2 terabyte plan, you'll have 10 days of free storage for up to 5 cameras. This is a really great feature that I'm excited about, because this is one of the reasons why I don't actually have any cloud-based cameras in my house. I didn't want to rely on any third-party cloud storage or anything like that, or pay an additional monthly fee or things like that. So I do have cameras around my house, inside and out, but it's all local and it all records directly on a hard drive, on a DVR here in my house. But now that we have this feature, I will definitely start looking at some HomeKit supported cameras to add to my system and be able to access directly in HomeKit. The next thing I'm really excited about is more integrations with the HomePod and Apple TV. This is something I've been wanting for a long time and wishing for and wondering where the heck it was. It seems like this should have been included a long time ago. But what this means is now we will be able to include our HomePod and our Apple TV, as well as any other AirPlay 2 speaker in our scenes and automations. So that's a big deal. Again, I've been wanting that for a long time. Seems like something we should have had, especially with like the Apple TV. But now we're gonna have it, and that's great. So you'll be able to start the audio, stop audio, adjust volume, you know, things like that. So you can set up a scene that'll start playing your favorite playlist on volume 20% or something like that. Another great thing we're getting for both of these devices, the Apple TV and the HomePod, is multi-user support. I think this is great. No longer will I have SpongeBob showing up next on my TV, so that's great. So we'll be able to have multiple users that you can kind of go through, and click on, kind of like you have with Netflix. There'll also be multi-user support on the HomePod, where the HomePod can recognize different voices. So that's going to be a great added feature. So it can access your calendars, your text messages, personal notifications, and things like that, which is great for a household that has multiple people in it. Another great thing with HomePod is handoff between like your phone and the HomePod. You can just tap on the HomePod or something with your phone and it'll transfer the audio to your HomePod. All right, and the third thing that I'm looking forward to with iOS 13 and HomeKit is new UI updates. We are finally getting some new icons. Granted, it's still probably not as many of us would like, but we are getting some new ones. And included is a light strip icon. I mean, that's enough for me. You probably could have just given me just this light strip icon and none of this other and I'd have been happy. I mean, I've got light strips all around my house, and forever I've been having to use these other stupid icons that make no sense. So we finally have a light strip icon that I can use in HomeKit for all my light strips. Thank God. Another great thing about the UI that I am happy about is having the brightness and the color in the same screen for lights. I use a lot of automations and things like that, that I don't even need my phone for or the interface for. But when I do use it, it's usually to adjust some colored light bulbs or light strips in my house. And I'm usually adjusting the brightness and the color. And just from a user experience standpoint, it's a whole lot easier and makes a lot more sense when I can just adjust the brightness and the color all on the same screen without having to go back and forth. So I'm happy about that. Another UI change that some people are not so happy about is the combining of certain sensors and things. So previously, devices that have multiple functions, such as say a thermostat that may have a motion detector, a room sensor, and the actual thermostat were all kind of separate devices. Now they're all going to be grouped together. There's power strips that have maybe 3 different plugs on them. Before they showed up as 3 different accessories in a HomeKit. Now they're going to all be grouped into the same little tile, and you'll have to open it up to see the different ones. So some people are not so happy about that. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I guess time will tell once I use it more. I'm just happy to have light strip icons. And the number 2 update for HomeKit with iOS 13 that I'm excited about is NFC Tags. These are going to be awesome and open up so many possibilities. What an NFC tag is basically just a little sticker. They're super cheap, so you can order a ton of them from Amazon. And you see I have some of them somewhere around here. Here we go. I got some right here, an NFC tag. That's all it is. So this is just a little sticker that you can program, and using some of the new features in HomeKit and automations, which we're going to talk about also, you can program these to do all kinds of stuff, including turning on your lights, controlling your HomeKit scenes, locking your doors, opening your garage, playing music on your HomePod. You can and all you have to do is just walk up to one of these stickers and tap the sticker with your phone. You don't have to push anything, you don't have to do anything else, which is really cool. So this opens up so many possibilities for us to just be creative and just automate our house the way we want. So I'm definitely going to take advantage of these things. We'll probably do some videos in the future using and setting up NFC tags. And that actually brings me into the number 1 thing that I am excited about with HomeKit and iOS 13, and that is shortcuts and automations. So some of the previous things kind of tie into this one that we talked about, like being able to use the HomePod, the Apple TV, NFC tags. You really can take advantage of all these things through automations. Now we're gonna have the ability to kind of combine shortcuts with automations and really do some powerful stuff. If you haven't played around with shortcuts at all, kind of automate things so you can have it open up an app, play your playlist, get the weather, do all these things automatically, for example. Now we're gonna have much more control with HomeKit using shortcuts. So I actually did a video a while back where we use shortcuts to kind of get the weather, tell us our calendar events, and then set a HomeKit scene, which we were kind of limited to just setting HomeKit scenes and stuff in shortcuts before. But now you can control all of your devices individually. You can send audio to your HomePod. For example, you'll now be able to set up a shortcut that, let's say when you connect to your CarPlay, only while you're at home, turn off your HomeKit lights, shut the garage, lock the door, open your Waze app, and start playing your favorite playlist. And that's pretty powerful. And then when you add these abilities with the things like the NFC tags, where you can do all those things just by tapping your phone to the NFC tag, we now have a lot of capability and a lot of possibilities. And if you're like me and you just like to think up some crazy things to make life easier, you're gonna love doing this stuff. That's it, guys. Those are the top 5 HomeKit features in iOS 13 that I am most excited about, coming out in less than a week. Cannot wait. Let me know down below in the comments what feature in iOS 13 are you most excited about. Again, my name is Shane, and on this channel I am building an affordable smart home using HomeKit. We're going to be putting into practice a lot of these new features from iOS 13 here in the future. So if that's something you're into and you have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Like this video, share it with a friend. That stuff really helps out the channel. And for everybody who has subscribed already, thank you so much. We're close to 1,000 subscribers, which I just can't believe. So thanks for all you guys out there who watch and support this channel. And until the next time, we'll see y'all later.